Now, Caverna, as you have already placed it, the first map, Wallachia. Lionheart is going to play USA. Lopsided Fluff is going to play Haudenosaunee. Very
Yeah.
excited to see how this one pans out. So let's hop right into it.
All right, let's go.
All right, we have Wallachia here, one of my favorites.
So, on the south side of the map, in the bottom at the color blue, we have Lionheart. Oh,
You went out of sync.
USA won. What happened is Lop did a H3 push, and Lion did an FF, shipped a fort and the 2 blockhouses, and he just FI'd and he held with the fort and the 2 blockhouses. So then Lop tried to back off and go H4, but USA was already H4 and crushed. That's what basically Lop told me happened. And
on the
we
map
have
Malaysia, we have on the
Mexico.
left side of the map, bottom left side, we have in the blue Lionheart playing Mexico. And on the top right side of the map, we have in the red Lopsided Fluff playing his favorite Aztec. Now, everyone knows Lionheart. He's one of the biggest streamers right now in the community. Everyone knows that he's a very big DLC enjoyer. He loves his USA. He loves his Mexico. And this is what he chose to play in the second game. Now, on the other hand, not a lot of people know Lopsided Fluff, even though he is quite a good, quite a known community member. Not as known in the streaming community, but he also has a YouTube channel. So after this series, feel free to check out Lopsided Fluff on YouTube, where he uploads a lot of very interesting games that he has played before. He is a very strong Aztec player. His Aztec is very solid at the 1800 level. He's beaten quite a lot of players with his Aztec. He has very strong H2 timing attacks, rushes. His H3 is also very decent. He's a very strong player. Honestly, on this map, with the close vicinity of it, and with Aztec's ability to go water, and with Aztec's ability to actually hold the Mexican mass, I think Civ-wise, Lop has the advantage over here. What do you think, Rap?
I do think Aztec is quite good here. I think that normally Mexico likes to do those pikes. I don't know if that's the answer versus Aztec, which has coyotes and other good things. I think that it should be quite interesting. I'm interested to see if both players will play H2 or if one will play H3. We may not see any water at all, is my assumption here. I don't think we'll see any natives either.
I think Lionheart should have gone after the cows because of the yaks, because of the haciendas. That should increase a little bit of the production of that. He's
Yeah, we see Lot picking up a 75 wood treasure though. Interested to see what he will do with that. Neither player really picking up a lot of yaks here.
As we see, Lop is actually like quite a decent job right now with the yak picking because he has an extra scout. Now, that extra scout has allowed him to at this point in the game get 6 yaks already. So this after 2.5 minutes, you would expect a little bit more from Aztec, but it's very good nevertheless. I think it's a lot more than what USA has got at the point. Let's see how many yaks USA has gotten at this point. USA, sorry, my bad. Mexico. Let's check at the Mexico's yak situation.
We got 6 from Aztecs, and we got. I think he's already consuming it, but
two from yeah. So he is very
almost
ahead.
a villager now.
He is very ahead in that case. Now we're seeing a cathedral wagon being shipped from Mexico. I think that signals that we're going to see an H4. Wow. I think we're going to see an attempt to revolt by Lionheart and going to H4. The deck is also called 1v1 CA Revolt Water.
Central America.
Yeah, CA Central America. He's prepared for this game. He's prepared to go for H4. Now
it does make Falcons. Does give you the ability to make Falcons.
Oh, and Lionheart just stole that 60 coin, and this. Oh, but look at that! Very smart.
And he might even get the Explorer here. Okay.
Look at that! Instead of being able to snare the Explorer, Lop actually managed to break the snare with his Scout. And now that he's aged up, he's going to snare the Mexican Scout, the Mexican Explorer. While his Explorer is just way stronger right now than the Mexican one, and pulls away. That was very, very well played by Lop right there. Now, Lopsided Fluff is already in H2. I'm wondering what he will do. He's going for the Warrior Priest first card. I don't know if that's standard if you want to do a timing attack, because I know that Blob loves his timing attacks in H2. And this play by Lionheart is just playing into his hands, I feel a little bit. What do you think, Crab?
I'm not really certain. I think Aztec has quite a bit of yaks here. I think realistically, his ego should be ahead. Central
Bullets,
America is quite good though, I have to say, especially if
bullets
Aztec
for
plays H2. So
very good explorer names. That's true. Bullets for breakfast. Okay, so Lionheart has already revolted. It's 4 minute 30 right now. So he revolted right about when he aged up. He's gathering up his XP crates. What is he placing there? Is that a Rex? Yes, it's a Rex in the back of his base that he's placing right now.
very defensive.
It's a very defensive Rex. I think we're going to see the towers being shipped. If we can look at his point of view, 1 second,
War
Caverna.
hut.
The view,
So there
no,
you
the
go.
point of view of Mexico. Just switch to Mexico.
One
No,
second,
no,
because
switch to Mexico.
oh, I see. The enter is
Yeah.
the lastest thing. Okay.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
just learning
So
something cool here.
he's shipping. He shipped the 3 advanced fortifications, advanced outposts, which is going to give him a lot of defense in his base. Now, if Aztec goes H3, they just nullify all of that. They siege.
He's not hurting that hunt though, right where his explorer is. That's a huge negative. Again, we don't see any hurting here. Now
That is that, and
2 war
oh,
huts.
lopsided fluff shipped the 2 war huts, and those are very, very forward. Those are very aggressive. Those are exactly on that hunt, on that mine. Mexico is going to have to do with their in-base hunts. Their in-base hunt, their in-base 2 mines.
And we don't see
Once
any
those
water.
run out, and he's not H4, he's going to be in very big trouble. Score
He's
lead
gonna
right
get
now for
choked out
Mexico.
here.
Potentially, Levels. Potentially, because this map does have a lot of resources. As we said, Mexico did not go water here. So, as last game with Consensus we saw on this map, Consensus not going water early on actually lost him this game because the resources just ran out, and by the time that he didn't have map, he just didn't have any food left, and he was forced to gather resources off of his haciendas that produced food at a very slow rate level. And but what I'm loving to see right now is the macro from Lionheart. As you can see, Lionheart has exactly 300 wood. He's macroing for his coin. He's macroing his food. He's shipping now the 700 wood, and he's gonna have exactly enough resources to age back to Mexico. Now, what is Dunamai saying? Mexico has enough to FI and send 2 heavy cannons and GG. That would be my guess. Dunamai is thinking that this game is already over. Dunamai is thinking that Mexico is winning, but I don't know. A lot of coyotes, a lot of pikes. The pikes are one of the best pikemen in the game. The Puma Spearman level. And with the Autonton Slingers in the back, I think he can do quite a good job here, Lop. He has to prepare for a good push, and his push has to succeed. If this push fails, he loses the game. That is quite obvious, I feel. But this is going to be very exciting. This is going to be a very high pressure scenario right here. So,
Yeah,
okay,
this is quite
lopsided fluff is
intimidating, I
going
have
in.
to say. I mean, we're looking at 3 towers here that are upgraded and potential
Yeah.
Falcons that could be behind this. That's quite scary. I think this is a smart decision by him to back off. He's really not ready for it.
Yeah, he took a couple of shots on his units and he realized, okay, this is not going really well. Now, Mexico does have the resources to go to H4 right now, which he's doing right now, as we were saying. This is not looking good actually for Aztec. This is looking really dicey, but he has pressed the big button. He has shipped his Jaguar
Prowler.
Knights. Yeah. So they have multipliers against infantry and cav, but Mexico doesn't have any military units out on the field. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so more Puma Spearmen popping out of those blockhouses, out of those war huts, and he's going to one by one try and take down those towers. And look at how much damage they actually do to those towers. They're actually gonna 3-4 shot those towers. Wow, look, 3 shots on those towers. Those towers go down really
A lot
quickly.
of damage.
So those slingers are just gonna have to focus down those Minutemen, and the Puma Spearmen actually just need to continue going out on those towers because the Puma Spearmen alone they can six shot those towers, and those towers are gonna be down before Mexico is gonna be H4, and Mexico is gonna be in a world of damage trouble because he has no military. He has not a single unit out on the field
See
right
a
now.
couple of units on the left, I think there. Nope, nothing. All right.
No, those are all vills. Those are all villagers, brother. And these towers are going down really quickly, and there's nothing going. There's gonna be nothing from him to stop him from sieging down
We
the
switched
CC.
to Mexico's point of view. I'm just curious. Are we close to age? What are we doing here?
We're almost
Very
close to
close.
age. We're making
look
a couple of
dangerous.
revolutionaries. We're losing a hell of a lot of villagers right now, which is really bad for Mexico because he's already on 18 bills. Those revolutionaries are not going to do a lot. You got coyotes there, you got slingers there, and as long as Lop is just going to reinforce this army, I don't see actually Aztec losing this. He's in a phenomenal spot right now. What is he gonna ship? What is this? This is the Soldados and the Falcon, right?
He's just using the Michelletin to just kill the Colonial Militia. Everything else
Yes,
is
the Mace Halton, aka Autonton Slingers, are doing a great job right now, while the rest of his infantry is just sieging down this TC. And look at how
Oof.
quick it goes down, and that's it. The Mexican TC is down. And I don't
gonna
see
take
Mexico
out
winning
these
from
rolls.
this
We
point
see
on
some
anymore.
XP. This XP is good, but what is Lion going to use to ship it to? We just don't have an outpost or anything to receive it. This is not looking good right now.
This is looking very bad right now for Mexico, and all he has to do is just sit on that hacienda, wait for any
9
shipment to be
soldados and a
popped out.
falconet's coming.
Yes, the Falconet is coming out, but is it going to
There
be
it
enough?
is.
I really don't think so. He has enough Coyotes.
Soldado.
The Coyotes can just run them down, and here we go. The Coyotes are just going in, but the Coyotes are engaging with the Soldados. This is not very good for him. He should be focusing down the... Oh, there we go. Finally, a Coyote has managed to go down on it. And also the Jaguar Power Knights.
Lion
There it
getting
is.
pretty
It's
good
down.
damage out of this, but
He
it's
has
not
gotten
enough.
the best trade he can, but it was never going to be enough because the mass of Aztec is just too big, and all of Mexico... Mexico has 7 vills left. That's it. He has nothing left. 6 vills. This is game over. We are looking at a potential game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Lopsided Fluff has pulled one back for the boys and is actually taking down Lionheart, the big Lionheart. Wow.
Yeah, this is impressive. I mean, Lop
Go ahead,
being
Crab.
obviously the underdog. Oh wow, and here we go. Like 30 pikes. This is a lot of pikes here. Holy cow. 24
33.
pikes.
33.
33.
33
But they were
pikes.
already
Wow,
dwindling down.
that's a huge H4 shipment.
That is, but they're H2. They're H2. They're not going to be able to accomplish much. Look, those Pumas, those
Both
Coyotes,
people are
those Slingers.
H2 at this moment.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Yes.
big villages anymore. This is over.
But Coyotes are just better, so he ends up getting the cleanup here, and that was a well-played game by Lop. Wow, really
Wow.
overwhelming.
Beautifully done by Lopsided Fluff there. GG, well played, Lop. Wow. What a
Nice.
game.
Very nice.
What a game by Lopsided Fluff. He takes it,
We have a
and
1-1
we move to a game
here.
3. Yep.
All right, let's get into it.
Carried away, Crab.
So, I think it's a pretty fair matchup for me personally. I'm not a Sweden player. I play as France normally. When I play this matchup, I think it's pretty even. You know, France having some of the best scrims in the game, a good Falc, FF, H2, just everything. Tanky Vills. I'm interested to see how this will turn out. I think it's a fair map for Sweden. Lots of mines. I think they're decently spaced out. Also have Cree native. Pretty strong for France, honestly, to get 2 Coeur de Bois productions going.
That's true. That's true. I think France, if he knows the map well, if he studied the map, he will want to get Kree as soon as possible. He will basically be on a 2 TC in H2 by being able to produce those.
How about the Cree tracker? What do you think about that, Crab?
I think Cree Tracker is good if you go native. In this particular matchup, I don't know if that's the way I'd head. I think I would go for the native plus my TC. I'd want to get that early eco, so I'd do like a semi-FF. I'd probably want to get the promotion for Musketeer in H3 personally. I would probably just go Musk Falk versus Sweden here.
Right.
In my opinion, as a Sweden player, I've played this matchup hundreds of times. I like to go for a forward base here, Sweden, because you want to force France to either FF and have less mass than you, and your H2 just overwhelms him, and then you age up behind that after you take down his Falcons. I think Sweden should be the aggressor here because France is a civ that really depends on the map. If France loses map, as we saw in the last game with Swisher gets against consensus, France is pretty dead. Their strength lies a lot in their economy and in their very fast gathering villagers. If they don't have that, this matchup is very, very one-sided for Sweden, especially with Torps all around the map. Sweden needs the map, yes. That's why just go for a forward base. Get your two leather cannons, good, nice and early, and I think that Sweden can win this. I think this is not quite, but at least 60-40 Sweden favorite matchup.
Look at the explorer's name, Shake.
Shake 2020 AoE. There we go. There we go. Big explorer.
All right, so we see France taking a TP. I think that's the right play. Personally, I think this is what Swisher should have done the other game. Obviously, he said he got denied because of the Explorer and whatever. So that also plays a role.
Going for 90 food, sorry.
Yeah, so Lop already picked up a 75 food treasure, so that's worth noting for. Now he has another 90 here, so he's going to get a very nice age up here.
Yeah, this Age of Time is looking really sexy for France.
Lion taking his time, he's going to get a mature bear. There's that. Get a
Oh,
cub.
but Lion actually got a very good food treasure as well, which allows him to age up with 14 villagers. You don't really see 14 bill very often for Sweden anymore. It's usually either 15 if you get a good food treasure, or 16. But 14 is practically unheard of nowadays. So this is a very, very solid start for Lionheart right now. Aging up with a naturalist as well, which gives you 2 bills and 2 cows. This is a very greedy age up. It's not what I would have gone for. Personally, I would have gone for the forward tower. But we know Lionheart likes more of his thirdly in-base stuff. He's not as aggressive as a player. So I trust that he knows what he's doing with this build.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he's
Lion's
gonna.
obviously very prepared. I mean, it's Lion. He's pretty good in game knowledge. Very experienced with his DE sibs. Sweden being one of them. We see a scout kind of just chilling in base, watching Lion. I think realistically, that scout should be sitting by mines to let Lop know where he should be raiding. Maybe even
That's
like a
true.
3 Huss semi here.
That's
The
correct.
the mines are very, very exposed here. Another reason why I would have wanted to see a forward base from Lionheart, because you've got that gold mine in the middle of the map, and if you can secure that, you can 5-torp that. That's actually very big for Sweden.
Nobody's gonna snare that scout unless he gets actually shot by the town center. He's
I
shipping
don't think he's gonna
the
go for that.
visual dominions here for Sweden. Did you happen the quartermaster? Standard. Oh, you do have a royal embassy here.
Okay, perfect. So but he should have done that forward if anything.
Correct.
That's true. The royal embassy, I think, is a little bit of a blunder here. On
Yeah, I
Lopsided
don't think he
side.
needed to ship that, especially if he wasn't going to go forward. He should have just had 2 shipments ready in age 2.
100%. I think, as sad as I am to say this, and as much as I don't want to make assumptions on this one, because by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the casters themselves, we really haven't watched the games yet. We only know the amount of games played because the amount of games that have been sent to us. I don't know who wins or loses this, but this looks like game losing for Blob. There is no reason you should spend an age 1 card that is meant to be aggressive and put it in your base, especially against a civ like Sweden. I remember talking through this with Lob when he asked me how to stop Sweden. I said the best thing you can do, go forward, go aggressive, deny map,
If
deny
you have a
mines.
tower age up, you take that tower age up and you go forward. You ship units. He just needed
Exactly.
to deny. I mean, personally, like I said, I would have went Cav here. I mean, these mines are very spaced out. I mean, it takes a long time for Sweden to really get fully torped here.
Exactly. I
So
think,
definitely a blunder. We see Lion walling though, so yeah, that's interesting. We see him playing the defensive route. He's obviously scared of a rush.
which is very understandable because he saw those 4 Royal Musketeers in his deck and he thought maybe he was going to go for a forward base, which he actually needed to do. But Lob
For me
didn't do that.
personally here though, seeing this wall and knowing that I just back out and I play greedy now. I could take the whole TP line. I could do definitely the native. I could FF and do my Falc push. Like there's just a lot of option here.
That is true. That is true. I
Even
think
if
Lob
he
was
wanted to do,
underprepared.
yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
go ahead.
he definitely struggles versus Sweden. He's just unfamiliar with how to handle it.
He took up on your advice and he actually put that scout on the coin mine over there. But to his displeasure, actually Lion is mining the right side of the map rather than the left side.
He's also down in Lop's side of the base. Like, I mean, that's quite impressive. He's got 2 mines now. He's got 2 torps on each. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not going for 4. He's going 2 at a time, which is sort of like delay the siege of them.
he's just trying to get line of sight. That's what my assumption is on
Oh,
that.
that makes
I
sense. Too.
think the next card we're gonna see is either the 2 yeah, there we go. Either the 2 leather cannons or the what's it called? The ironworks. Ironworks is a smart play here. You're not getting pressured. Your mines are not getting taken down. There's not a single vill from Sweden that has gone down for now. I think that vill is going the way of the dodo right now. But killing Sweden's first vill at minute 7:22 is not the best thing you can do. It's
Can we
very
see
bad.
the amount of pop that Sweden has now, Caverna. We see
Around
we see France
160.
on 24. Okay, so basically same amount of vills, except Sweden has torps. So yes, we can definitely tell that Sweden's ahead right now.
You can
Right.
say that every torp is around the bill with the upgrades, right? So Sweden is practically 10 vills ahead at this point in the game. And those are 10 vills that you
Never
cannot idle, and they work 24/7. They don't stop working. As long as they're on a resource, they don't stop working. So the food income isn't great, but the coin income now with the Engelberg torps is going to be phenomenal right now. And even getting a little bit of wood in there. It's looking very good for Sweden at this point in the
We
game,
see
I think.
Lop having to really backtrack here. I mean, him not being able to age up anytime soon.
We're seeing
Sweden's
some,
obviously committing to age 2. We see some pikes running. He's just not paying
yeah.
attention.
Those pikes are all going to go down for free, basically.
The only good thing is that now he recognizes there's a leather cannon, but we see Lion didn't really finish that batch. He made that from an artillery foundry and only got a 1 batch, so that's a little bit disappointing to say the least.
I think that's a card you get. Oh no, actually it isn't. He actually did that. Correct.
He actually made the leather cannon. He built an artillery foundry, made the leather cannon, and now France is taking up the decision to go to up to H3 to get his falconets. But again,
He's
as
queuing 10 musketeer. He could just cancel these right now and click up. This is really delaying himself right now. It seems that he's quite uncertain. I think a lot of this comes down to scouting, but his explorer is down.
I think the problem is A, scouting, and B, he's scared of Sweden. Like, this is very obvious. He's playing it in a very timid way.
Moment for him. He did cancel them. Now he is aging. He canceled
Nice.
5.
Very nice.
Yes.
He could have been up about 20 seconds ago, but it's all right. He knows where
And
Sweden's army is. I think that's why he's got him.
oh, what a mistake by Lob. Can we switch, please, to Lob's perspective again? He is aging up right now, but oh no, okay. Thank God he canceled it. He was shipping Hussars. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
that was
Did he
not
ship
good.
them in the
I
end?
saw that. But now he's doing Exiled Prince. He's gonna age fast.
Did he ship the Hussars in the end or not?
No,
No, I don't think he had a shipment.
I
no.
saw him shipping a bit of Hussars or maybe making them. I'm not sure.
Okay, Lion made
Oh,
a
he was
couple
making
more.
Hussars. Sorry.
Lion either shipped 2 leathers here or he made more, but we see that, and we need Lop to be able to ship Falk. So he almost has a ship in here. He needs to not fight this.
Yes, he needs to disengage whatever it
He
takes.
needs
He
to just
cannot
not
fight.
fight. Just let these guys siege the market. This does nothing to him. It just gives him time.
We're seeing skirmishers in queue right now for France. Now, this is a very big fight right now. If Lop decides to actually fight this before the Falconets comes in, it's very
Yeah,
bad. But as
Lion's
we can see,
backing off because he's worried about these Falcons. So honestly, even more reason to just be patient here.
not
Lop,
only that, he's backing up because he's fully transitioned. He's fully in his
he's about to
economy.
age
He's aging
himself.
himself.
There we go.
He at this point in the game, he can just ship 1,000 coin, get more artillery, more falconets, a culverin, or he can just get his upgrade for his leather cannons because there's a lot of infantry out on the field. I personally would like the leather cannons more at this point in the game with the upgrade. It's an H4 upgrade. Your leather cannons are quicker. They have more HP than Valks. They do a lot of damage to infantry. At this point, I think Lop has a window of about half a minute, and if he does not use this window right now, then he's lost.
If you just look at the resources, like for France, how it looks, but if you look how Sweden is like a running bank machine.
He's
Of
gonna go
reserve.
straight to H4.
Sweden could go H4 if he wants right now.
I
It's
think he's
just-
going straight to H4, and I don't know if that's a bad decision right now.
no,
He's making a
he's
culver
not.
in.
He thought about it, but he's queuing a Colv just in case.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to see him queue some bills, God damn it, and get his veteran upgrades,
I'd
which
like
is what you
to
need in an H2
believe
fight.
this game is probably near its end.
I also think it's near its end, especially with that culverin being trained. Those falconets are not going to do enough damage. And as I said before, in that Spain
doesn't have
game,
enough army.
consensus versus Switch, every time you ship Falcons, and those Falcons come after minute 9, those Falcons aren't effective anymore. They're good, but they're not as effective as they were before,
I
especially
also
when you're a
think the
semi
Royal
FFC.
Musketeer are not upgraded, so they're
Yeah.
H2, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be a problem. We only have like 6 skirm here, so I'm not really sure what our whole thing is. We have H2 Musk. We're just
Halberdiers in
there's the
queue.
Colv. He
Mm.
got the wall down.
Ooh.
He's
Oh, that
That's
is
it.
horrible.
Wonderful shot from Lionheart.
What a fucking shot. And oh my
Lop
god, coming into the
recognizing
bomb.
he realizes now that this is not looking good. He needs to be more busy. He's had vision of these 2 torps on each of those mines over there for a long time in this game. He should be sieging those down.
And now Lop is actually kind of stressing it. He's like, I gotta go in. If I don't go in, I
He
lose
thinks
all
that
the
he needs to
momentum.
push. He doesn't need to push.
He's dilly-dallying again.
Blunder.
Jeez.
Sweden Torps do not need a cost increase. The opponents of Sweden just need to put pressure early on Sweden. The fact that France has not done anything military-wise until minute 13 is a very big problem. And also those leather cannons don't need nerfs because leather cannons in H2 are very, very weak. If you get a good infantry mass, a good cavalry mass, they just one-shot leather cannons. I know this because I played this civ. It's just Sweden need to be pressured early on. It's like early Brit. It's like any other civ that has eco. It's like Dutch. If you don't pressure Dutch, and Dutch gets to minus 15 unharmed, it becomes one of the strongest civs in the game. Same with Brit. Same with a lot of other eco civs. It just is what it is. You have to rush them down. You have to create some kind of pressure. You have to deny map. And with all honesty, with all due respect, you know, Lop has just not done the job this game. And now Sweden has a hell of a lot of artillery. He's going H4. He's got a very healthy musketeer mask. And I don't think Lop is following him up to H4, is he, Kaverna? Can we check that out?
Say again?
Is Lop aging? No. He's looking like his macro is readying up for an age up, but he's very far away from shipping any 1,000 coin to age up. It actually is looking like he's making culverins, which could be the right decision right here. But I don't believe that neither that is the right decision.
He's transitioning to his Skirm Goon, which is nice, but I don't know if that's gonna be a bit too late.
I also think so. I think at this point Dragoons are pretty much useless. Because with this massive Carolians,
Oof.
I don't think this is going to be very good. Especially now, Lionheart is just going to ship the heavy cannons. He's already got his culverins in to negate the culverins from France. So this is just not looking good. What do you think, Crab?
I think the game's over. I think Lop just realizes this is the last game, so he has nothing to lose. Like, he could waste some time or just try his best to turn it around. But I think realistically, he's just very controlled. I think he didn't do a good job taking Sweden off Torps. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
He picked France over Sweden, so he counterpicked.
Yeah.
Maybe I think that's what the civs that he's strong with. I don't think this is one of the best
No, Lop picked first
maps
because he won the last game.
Oh, correct. You're sorry. My bad. But this is one of the not the best maps for France, I'd say.
Look at this industrial
Mm.
upgrades for his culverins,
Oh,
industrial upgrades for
and
his
Swift Life.
Carolinians.
Swift Life,
So yeah,
guys.
lifeguard. Yeah, this is looking very bad.
This is gonna be hard.
It's amazing how this economy looks like someone's bank account. Not someone, a very rich someone.
It's like a chronometer. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, there we have some culverin action over here,
Sorry,
but those culverin are just down.
Damage off, but
That was fucking
Lionheart having culverin of his own. I mean, this is over. He knows it.
It is. It is. Well played to both players. GG.
Incredible game from both players.
Incredible
Very
game.
impressive from Lop for even taking a game off of Lion, a very respectable player.
100%.
And
That is very true.
I think that I think Lop had some fear, or it was just the stage fright. You know, it was the tiebreaker. You know, it's Sweden. He doesn't like playing versus that civ. I think with some due time, I think Lop could take this on, do quite well, come back, try it again.